talking about the tillage radish. Tell me what this is and how it works out at your farm.
Tillage radish is, I guess it has a few different benefits of using it. It has a grazing aspect, it has a soil improvement, it has it just helps with the soil health. The soil compaction, it helps break up when it rips through the soil and loosens up the soil. It, with the taproot, goes down, grabs nutrients outside of the reach of your annual crops. And from the grazing standpoint, 28% protein and a relative feed value between 275 and 300. So
the cows like it?
Oh yeah.
They love it?
Yep.
Do they pull it out of the ground or they just eat the tops off?
Most of the time they just graze the tops off, but if it turns out that they have lots to hang on to on the leaves and they start pulling there's some moisture in the soil, they can pull them out, but if their soil is a little bit dry, they're glued in there pretty good, because when you get this tuber that's going down 18 inches, it has a pretty good anchor down there.
Yeah. So now when would you seed tillage radish?
Tillage radish is best seeded after July 1st. To get optimal growth, you're going to need between 3 and 6 weeks of growth, and these things will continue growing until 3 nights of -9 once they develop a decent taproot. If they're small, like a seedling canola, then they're going to be killed after a normal canola type of killing frost of, say, -3.
Okay, so you'd go in July. When can you put the cows out on it?
You need about 4 weeks of growth, so you want to have something, once again, my quick rule of thumb is that when you are going out to graze, go out and pull on the plants, and if the whole plant pulls out, then wait a little bit for either the ground to dry up or for a bigger root to develop, so then this way it's anchored in. So when the cows graze, if they pull the whole root out, then the regrowth is going to be a little less than if you leave the root in the ground.
So how many times could you graze this then in a year?
Basically, it depends on the growing season. The quick rule of thumb is to leave at least a third of the growth in the field. This way the plant has enough resources to start regrowing, develop a really good healthy root, and develop more regrowth. So if you have good adequate nutrients in the soil, good moisture, you'll have really good regrowth. So basically, under good growing conditions, you could be out there, say, once a week to 10 days. Under drier conditions, it could be just a two-pass grazing.
Okay. And no chance of this overwintering or setting seed? This is going to winter kill, no problem?
In most places, most years, most times, it's not going to be a problem. I know when I was talking to Patrick Fabian out at Tilly, he tried some, he seeded a patch, and he said the next year he saw these goofy white flowers out in the field, and it turned out to be the radishes. Now, did they overwinter, or did the seeds not germinate until this next year? It's tough to say, but as a quick rule of thumb, 3 nights of -9 Celsius in this part of the world really isn't too much of a concern about not hitting that during the winter.
Now, and you've seeded this on grain land, is that correct?
On grain land, we've grazed it. We've used it as a constituent of a cover crop that we then hayed, and then we seeded winter triticale into, and actually really quite impressed with how it drills down, breaks up hard pan, recycle these nutrients that the other crops can't get, especially being so blinking wet for the last few years.
Yes, absolutely. All right, thanks so much, Kevin.
Thank you.